Good evening, your majesties, and welcome to the show. I, of course, am Hayden Hartrick. I am the ringleader of this ovarian opening of optometrists, and these are your jesters. We've got Collin Mims.
Your dreams actually can come true, but your nightmares are much more likely.
We've got Brett Owen.
I'm going to be live tweeting every episode of Family Guy. Just follow me on Twitter.
We've got Maxim Foster.
Scooby-Doo? More like Scooby-Doo your job. You're a house pet. Guard the door!
We've got Clayton Chalman.
Sequester your jesters, cause I'm an infester, and I'm here to stay.
We've got Alex Pittner.
Tall blunder who calls thunder, I'm here to stay.
And we've got special guest Sam McCarthy.
Woo! D&D, more like... Fuck!
And behind the scenes, as always, is our wonderful Jill Maxwell, helping out with all the technical stuff. And this is Jest Quest! Hey everybody, welcome back to Jest Quest. We have a special guest here tonight. Sam McCarthy is here playing a little guest character. We'll meet that character just a little bit later. But yeah, we're still back in person doing stuff here in the studio. And yeah, we're super excited to be here playing. I don't think there's a lot of announcements I need to get through. As always, follow us on Twitter and our Instagram at JestQuestDND. To keep up to date on stuff of like little special things we might throw out. We of course will put the art for our wonderful new character here on that Twitter as soon as this episode comes out at some point. But yeah, so in case anybody really wants to stop me, we're gonna hop right into tonight's episode. Fast a little getting into everything tonight. So last time with the Candy Mafia, we found ourselves leaving the city of Mozetta, heading out on the road to head through the city of Sandari on their way to the Perero Desert, looking for a solidified wind ingot to make an enchanted magic item that they were looking for. A few conversations happened, Monty letting people in on what is happening in his hometown and other things like that. And we went on the road to Sandari, getting through the entire 5-day journey that it took, only having a couple little stops along the road for little things here and there. And we ended our session as you approach the city of Sandari. Now this is not a walled city. This is not a city large enough to be walled. I believe we went over, a couple of you that know of the city know it is a big place for performers to get their start. It is not the performance capital of the kingdoms, but it is a large place where people get their start here. And as you approach, you are approaching from the north. So you're greeted by the sight of a very, very nice area of town as the plains begin to shift into the cobblestone streets of the city. You're in a place with a lot of like large residential houses. Something like the Scarlin family farms would fit right in here. These massive houses with pillars and other accoutrements, making them look like obviously this is a place where rich people live. What do you do?
Guess should we try to find a tavern, inn, wherever, something like that? We are spending at least a night here, right?
Certainly. After all, we do have to kill the Percival.
Yeah, we have to kill someone here.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Do we have an address for that?
Just that she said he is a rival shop owner.
Did we get the name of the shop? I guess we can ask around for Percival.
yes, yeah.
Why are you looking for him?
Oh, you think
Well-
this is a town that values honesty?
Here's what we do. You've got the tattoo where you can look like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you should ask around as somebody that does not look like you.
You should be me.
No. This is somebody that does not look like any of us.
Well, it would kind of make sense that maybe I became... That makes a lot of sense if I could become Thomas a little bit and kind of just walk around. Yeah.
Why?
Well, because then I could do like magic, and I could like do all the cool stuff you can do.
You can already do magic.
Wizardry! I'll do like
Yeah.
fireworks and stuff.
So you notice as you do wizardry and fireworks shoot out of your hands. There is a larger than normal presence of guards in this area. City guards dressed in nothing too fancy, but they are kind of like paroling the streets. And they do see you, like you notice, you probably don't notice because you're fully caught up, but you probably notice that a few heads like kind of turn your way and clock you. There doesn't seem to be anybody moving towards you, but you have certainly been noticed.
I could do that too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, but if we're going to be me, I'm gonna start just pulling out candy. You're gonna need this. We're also going to need this.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need like some of these, of course.
Yeah.
Dionysus is going to pull you two back, so we're standing off to the side, and she's gonna start clapping, like she's enjoying a show.
I join in.
Yeah.
I'm trusting it.
And while we're at it, you could look like me. Bam! And then prestidigitation, I guess your whole cloak is like golden. Like it's like all just.
Do I look like Logan physically?
No, not at all. Prestidigitation would just make you glow a little bit.
I look just like Logan.
Go ahead and make a...
Monty, I can't help but notice you moved over there. Guess who's who? Morton.
Make a deception check for me.
Yes.
Would they have an
I don't know
advantage?
why I did this over here.
Would they have advantage because we're helping?
No, this is the deception check to see if you can convince people that you're watching a show.
I think I should be able to roll.
I got a 10.
A 10?
People think I'm lucky.
Okay.
10. Oh god.
So as you're doing this and you call over to Monty, a couple guards begin to walk over your way.
Hey.
And then fully approach the group. Excuse me. I see what you're trying to do here, but if you're gonna go perform, you gotta go down to the pallet.
Oh.
Up here, no shows up here. Keep it down there.
I'm sorry, I think I heard you wrong. Is that pallets or pallet?
The pallet.
Like pallet, you jack up and then put stuff on for like
Yes.
warehouses?
Yes.
You just have a warehouse full. Okay.
No, it's the sector of the city.
Oh, cool.
Are you new in
Oh,
town?
because it's like artists.
Yes, we are
Explicitly
very
so.
It's like paint. Is that why it's called the palette?
We're headed
I
to
was
the
born here.
we're headed to the Pereiro Desert. We're stopping for supplies and such.
We were trying. It's a new show we are working on. We were hoping we could get some.
Well, don't work on it here.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Actually-
Where is this pallet?
Head south.
Thank you.
You'll know when you get there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Where else we gotta go?
Any tips on a place to stay here?
How much you looking to spend?
Enough.
That was so cool.
All right. Since you're performers, you probably can't afford up here, so down in the pallet.
You might be surprised.
Do you see our finery? I'm sorry. Well.
Would you like a recommendation or not?
I would love one.
Please, yes.
Performers Rest is a nice little tavern down there.
It's a pretty cool name too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sounds good.
Please leave.
okay.
Thank
Nice to
you,
meet
sir. Goodbye. Let's go, team.
I thought you were gonna say your name. I'm Thomas. Archibald the 16th. Or shit-steeth. Kinda depends who you're talking to.
Resin.
Say resin?
Resin.
Resin.
R-E-S-E-N.
There's a resin.
We all know what that means.
That's his name.
Like the stuff you put on
Oh,
bows,
that's your
right?
name. I thought he was being a dick to me. I thought he was casting a spell or something. Oh, nice to meet you.
I have work to do. Please leave.
Okay.
All right.
All right, yeah.
All right.
I
Okay,
guess we head
awesome.
south.
Let's do it. Let's find the performers.
Rest.
Alright.
Bed and rest. No.
Good.
There we
So-
go. Very good.
You begin to head south, further deeper into town, the manors shift to shops, which then begin to shift into a lot more of like open area, like open streets with buildings are more few and far between, but they are larger buildings. Somebody make a perception check for me.
I will. I'm good at perception. Ooh. Sorry, I keep having to open my page. That is going to be a 26.
26. Okay. Question. What type of art would catch Dionysus' eyes most?
She is really big into like dancers and like singers. Something where it's like a full performance of like multiple people involved. The more complex, the more like varied it is, the more colorful, the more eye-catching it is to her.
Wonderful. Okay, so you would notice two specific places that you're walking by. One looks more like an additional sector of the city. You're not specifically passing by it. He did give you, I didn't want to roleplay, but he gave you a little bit more in detail of like how specifically to get there. This is a bit out of your way, but you do see like a big like banner for a large like empty sector of town, or seemingly empty sector of town, called the Covered Alley. And inside of it, you can just kind of make out the tops of like caravans and things like that. And then there is another place you walk by as you're walking down is one of the large theater buildings that's there, like a large like cylindrical building that has a massive sign like carved out of like steel and painted in this almost shifting paint that says Major Illusion is the name of this theater. And those are the two things that you notice as you, like, the two big things. There's other things, but it's a very overwhelming part of the city. There is music and singing and dancing, like, all around you. You notice a few places that are like these large, almost like rundown houses that seem to have like, through the like slats of wood and stuff, you can see a bunch of people either working on instruments or painting or sculpting or running scenes between them, and just kind of like these large, almost what seem like communes, because you rode so high, you can kind of see, and you've been here once before, and you can see these large communes of artists that are gathered in these older buildings that, you know, they can just afford to take over the whole building and make it this one place. As you eventually come to a tavern that has a few carts like parked out to the side and stuff like that says the Performer's Rest, and on the sign there is a little music note that is half covered with a blanket.
A rest.
It's cute. That is really cute.
How late is it?
You're getting there probably about midday.
Okay.
The sun is a little bit past noon. It's starting to crest into evening, but you still have an evening ahead of you.
Let us settle into our rooms, and then afterwards, I saw a theater that might be of interest to you two, Major Illusions.
Oh, I do like magic. Gold! Oh, do you like more fireworks?
I will say,
Yes.
if we are to murder someone here, perhaps it would be best for us to keep a somewhat low profile, which should not be too much trouble given the state of this place.
Okay.
But yes, please resist the urge to light anything on fire or turn it bright gold. But
Do we think?
Okay.
Should I leave
Sounds-
Buddy in the room? Because I can do that now with this thing.
Yeah.
Can you not carry him with us when he's in that reduced state?
Buddy doesn't fully. Just the anvil reduces. It's so I can snatch like the ley line.
Yes.
okay.
Perhaps then leave the body that is Buddy within the room, but keep the anvil with us.
Sound good.
Hopefully we will not need combat, and hopefully we can avoid it if we are not followed by a large metallic man.
I mean, I think obviously we'll probably want him when we do that thing we're gonna do. But
Right.
For now, yeah.
We should come up with a euphemism.
I have an idea.
When we bake the cake.
So
I do like cake.
when Buddy comes along with us for the baking.
There are you guys are standing outside the tavern. There are people just walking by you. None of them seem to be paying attention, outwardly paying attention. But you are just speaking out in the open.
That's okay, because we're baking a cake.
And also because we can disguise Buddy as an art piece. We're artists. He's our sculpture. I could do prestidigitation. Gold, boom, boom. He's over here, over there. Gold. It's beautiful. He's a moving art piece.
I am somewhat of an artist.
Let's go.
When it comes to the metal ways.
Swing the doors open to the
That's
tavern. For the inn.
The shit.
Okay, Monty.
All right.
Yeah,
Real quick question, just to get a taste of just to get a taste of Buddy's whole thing. How many pirouettes can he do in a minute?
Probably -1.
Alrighty, and I got for minor illusion to clock 59.
He hits the ground.
58. Oh no, Buddy, no.
Rooms.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. So as you enter this establishment, the Performer's Rest, you see there is, it's not full right now. There's a couple of sparse people. You see there are, in the back, there's a human and a goblin man. Kind of weird to see a goblin here, but the goblin is holding this, massive guitar in front of him. The human holding a trumpet, and they seem to be arguing about something. And they're arguing to a woman behind the bar, kind of more feline-like features, not a tabaxi, which a few of you would be familiar with, but this is, if anybody would like to make a nature check for me to see if they can deduce what type of
You know I'm doing that.
race this is.
Can
You can make yours with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Hmm?
That was a shit
That is
roll.
alright.
That was also a shit roll, but a slightly better shit roll. That's going to be a 14.
Okay, that's enough. It's a pretty low DC. This is a race known as a Leonin, which is a lion type, half lion. And this is a female Leonin who just kind of, you see her say it doesn't matter to me which one of you goes on. Just one of you go on tonight. And she pushes both of them from across the bar, and they both kind of stumble back, look at each other, and then walk to the other side of the room to continue their argument.
We should do a show together. How cool would that be?
Welcome in. Welcome to the Performer's Rest. New faces. I'm good with faces, and I've seen none of yours before. You are?
My name is Dionys, and we also have Monty, as well as Thomas, Lydia, and I'm totally blanking on your character's fucking name right now. Logan.
That's okay.
You're wearing an M on your earring.
Yeah.
That's why it's killing me right now. 'Cause all I can think of is Logan, Monty.
This here's my adopted teenage son, Logan.
Good one, Video.
Thank you.
We were all looking for rooms.
Not a joke.
Well, we do have rooms. I am Willona. I run this establishment. If you need anything, of course, come to me. We do have nightly shows here, a couple of kind of open mic type things where people will come up and perform and do what they will. Tonight is we have a special performer. I don't know who it is yet because they haven't decided amongst themselves, but they will be performing tonight if you would like to come around later tonight. How many rooms are we thinking? One for each of you? A lavish stay?
Oh, surely that is too many.
We've been doing two. Right?
I'll give you a 5 for 4 discount.
How much is 2?
We
How much
are-
is cake here? You have cake?
Not at the moment.
Fine. The room.
This weekend we
please.
might have cake.
How much is a room typically?
A silver a night.
I mean, we might as well splurge, right?
All right.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
do it!
4 for 5.
4 for 5? 4 for 5.
5 for 4.
5 for 4.
You said
Oh, I almost got you.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to actually charge you for that. You said he's your son.
No.
My bastard of a son, more like. Damn!
Oh!
That wasn't
Uh,
Vinny's voice at all. What am I doing?
if
They are the worst at this age. I have 2 of my own.
For sure.
Well, if anyone's the bastard here, it's all 4 of them.
My mother died.
My parents disowned me.
Am I right?
I had a legitimate conception, so.
I
Wait,
believe this is called projecting.
wait, you guys have open mics here, right? I could do that.
Do you
Let us
perform?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a speaker. I talk. I'm a public speaker. I do a lot of talking.
He does indeed do a lot
Yeah.
of talking.
Maybe
That's true.
people like to hear what I have to say.
Well, you are more than welcome tomorrow night to come up and perform. I would love to see what talking does to
Yeah.
our audience.
Yeah, they'll like it.
I'm sure they will.
1 gold, 1 silver.
You can pay at the end. I will create a tab. Names, I already got all your names. Would you like under one name or all the rooms separate?
Let us all put it under one name.
All right.
Dionys.
Dionys, of course. She kind of reaches under, pulls out 5 keys, and hands them out. If you need any recommendations of things to do while in town, just let me know. I have some other work to do, so I'll let you get all settled in.
You ever heard of a guy named Percival?
Yes, I have.
Polybus?
Oh, is that his name?
Percival Polybus.
Oh, okay. I
thought it was Percival Polybus.
Percival Polybus is his name. Lots of people know Percival Polybus. Are you here to deal with him?
Oh no, but we were told that his shop was something that we must check out.
His shop?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't own a shop.
heard he has
Perhaps I am confused.
Oh, he has animals.
What's Percival's deal? I've heard, like, pray tell, like, that's a
We-
name.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Of course, my persuasion is +3. We rolled a natural 20.
Hell yes.
Woo!
Percival likes to masquerade as an investor, and that's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Please, if you're here to conduct business with him,
Oh,
don't bring it into my establishment.
okay. Yeah, no.
I don't want to be involved with him any more than I've already had to be.
Sweet.
What has your previous involvement been?
Yes. Very interesting.
You're asking a lot of questions for just
Yeah,
walked in here.
I'm making conversation. If
And
it
it's
is
a
an issue,
private affair.
You
I
don't
will leave it
have
be
to
then.
worry about dealing with friends of Percival. That's not what we are.
That's true. We're
Make a persuasion check.
bakers. Is that a 5?
7.
Friends or not, I've already said too much that could get me in trouble. So please, if you would like any recommendations of performances to see while in town, I can help you there. However, that is where my recommendations will stop. Are we understood?
Yes.
Are the performers still here?
Yes, they're still bickering at a booth.
I would like to go up.
oh,
to them.
Dionys is so hopping in on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
go.
So
We're
she-
all like, oh yeah, let's go.
Awkward crowd around these 2 people.
She hands you out the keys. You have 5 room keys.
As we're going
I will
over
use
there,
party gold.
Dionys is going to mention to Monty. It was my intention to perhaps masquerade our involvement here using only my name, but I suppose that is thrown out the window.
I guess it seems like maybe people would be okay with this guy going away. I would like to walk up to the performers.
Okay.
Y'all get high?
they both immediately like. You could tell they were like stepping up and like you could as you were approaching, you heard like the really like strained whispers through their throats as it was starting to ramp up as you just kind of throw them both. And the goblin looks up and he's like, "So what do we do?"
I mean, I'm here in Sandari. I'm hoping to enjoy myself. I'm just seeing if you might know who I could talk to.
You a god? You gotta tell me if you a god.
Guard, not God.
God, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not a god.
I thought he said God. That was funny.
Prove it.
I hold
What?
open my vest.
What's in there?
Nothing. That's the there's no
Flash
badge
them.
or anything. What do you want me to
Oh, I thought he was like, I'll show you a crime.
Do something illegal.
do? Do something illegal?
Do something illegal.
Do we have drugs? Does anybody have drugs?
Can you grow us some drugs?
What? No.
If you got something, I'll
You
bump
look
it
like
right
a
now.
god.
Oh, that's just. Oh, sweetie, don't worry about that. I'm tight as fuck.
I know what'll make you think we're not guards. We're here to kill someone.
Give up the ghost immediately. Sure, yeah.
This is why I walked over here alone.
leave.
I
Hey,
think
Thomas
perhaps
is gone.
It's best for me and our grandfather here to retire.
The goblin
Okay,
the goblin looks up and he goes,
Ushad, you can perform tomorrow, and he fucking bolts.
We gotta kill that guy.
We're going upstairs to their bedrooms.
I'm not a guard.
Alright.
I do comedy, and we're not actually here to kill someone. See?
Pretty good.
If you got something, I'll bump it right now.
"Make a persuasion check."
This went well last time. That's a 21.
Oh,
Ooh. 2 gold.
Hmm?
2 gold.
Sure. I'll pay 2 gold.
Takes it. Puts it in his pocket. Looks around. Pulls out a small leather pouch. Kind of palms it. Reaches out to shake your hand.
But, I mean, this is good and all, but I need to know, like, where to get this.
You can get it from me.
I need to talk to somebody who's probably not tossing it around in the street.
Tell you what. You stick around a few days. You just secured me a performance spot, so I'm being nice. You stick around for a few days.
I don't got a few days.
You see, you're coming in here putting a lot on me. If I'm going to introduce you to people, I got to trust you.
What can I do then?
Well, first of all, don't go around telling people you're going to kill people.
I do comedy. People were laughing. When I do that one, it kills everywhere else. I mean, they joke about it. They like it. Persuasion roll.
Please, just ignore my adopted son. Just come here, sweetie.
I hate
Come
my
here,
adopted
sweetie.
parent, not my true blood. I would kill him if I didn't have to live in the house.
I'm dying just listening to you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what we're
I
gonna-
got to
here's what we're gonna do.
Dionysus reading me a bedtime
It's
story.
it's the middle of the afternoon. We're laying down for a nap.
You're sundowning.
Tell me why you want to talk to them. I'll pitch it. If they want to meet with you, they'll meet with you.
Okay. I've got something for somebody here. I'm looking to find him. I hear he may be a hard person to come across. And I'll talk real low and say, Percival Polybus.
Look, I think you got me confused with the wrong type of people.
I
as
just
he
need to know
begins
where to find him. I don't need you to introduce me or anything.
If you start looking for him, he'll find you. Trust me. And he tries to like push past you,
All right.
and he leaves.
That went like perfect. That
I
was
love
like
that
ideal.
I love that the drug dealer was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Not that guy.
What type of person do you think I am?
All right.
Listen, I wasn't trying to tell people we were here to kill someone. I literally.
That's what you did.
Exactly.
But no, but it's like if you do that, people are. It's like you're doing hardball. People are think that you're joking because no one actually believes that we are here to kill someone. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm not
Sure.
there.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
You think?
You two, what are you doing?
I'm tucking him in for a bedtime story.
Yeah. Take a siesta.
Please roll.
Anything particular y'all want to do for the rest of the night?
I would like to ask lady at the front. I would like to just go up to her and like ask her.
Hello.
Hi. So we're going into the desert in a few days. Are there like clothing shops like around here? Or you can see I wear like a lot of coats and stuff. I'm just looking for a place I can get a new outfit for the desert or something. Like appropriate weather clothing. Any place like that in town?
I'm sure I could put you in contact with a few. I would, we don't have as many shops as we would have. I mean, if you want to go up to the ward, I mean, there's probably some larger shops there, but specifically down here, I could put you in contact with a few tailors I know if you and your mom are looking to get new outfits, something a bit more sturdy.
Yeah. Well, do you think which will be cheaper? Do you think?
Oh, I tell you, if I put you in contact, if you treat my establishment well, I put you in contact with my tailor friends, they'll give you better clothes and a better deal than anybody up in the ward would.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to?
But tell your mom to come talk to me, and I can give her more details.
Okay. She's one-on-one talking. It's hard for her. So maybe like, you just tell me now, like, because I'm more of an adult than you think, and I may look 15.
Oh,
but
you always think that at that age.
Yeah. That's so true. But actually, if I had a curse put on me when I was a child. I had a curse put on me when I was a child, and so I look really young, but I'm actually like 25.
She kind of like. What are you two doing while he just walked up to the?
I was probably drinking something,
right
and then.
Yeah, if you're at the bar, she kind of looks over at you.
Wait. What's your character's name again?
Logan! Logan!
Everyone who can see the
I don't
M
know
is
why.
having trouble.
Yeah,
I know,
That's
yeah.
our-
Put it on the other ear.
Yeah, it's a
Logan, sweetie. What's he talking about now?
Oh, he's asking around for tailors.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said-
no, I'm a.
Says he was cursed.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lie he likes to tell other people. Not 25.
Oh.
Yeah, not like 25 in age. More like, how old were you?
I'm 18. I'm 18,
Alright.
but I'm sorry I said I was 25, but I'm 18.
Okay.
And I had a curse put on me when I was a kid.
And by
I'm
kid, he
15.
means 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah.
yes.
And by curse, I do mean it was my own fault,
Listen, what I will say. Free range mother. He wants to go get new tailor suit. Totally fine by me. While I'm talking to you, do you have any reading material, any newspapers, any brochures of like ongoing shows, anything like that? Cause I'm a light sleeper. I need something to get me into bed.
You want a monthly calendar?
Does it have like stuff to read? I mean,
Well,
it's gonna take me all. I need something to last me all night. I'm sorry, this is probably not the person to be asking.
You want
a calendar works.
Do you want to
yeah.
play?
Oh, do you have like just spare plays laying around?
Do you write plays?
I did.
We would,
I
would love to read
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Is anybody else doing anything specific for the rest of the night?
I'll get Buddy
Okay.
tucked away in the room. All right, what time is it? Night
The
now?
Monty leading Buddy, I bet
It's
that's-
Same bed as
evening.
Thomas.
Okay.
Cool.
Dionys really wants to explore the covered alley. So anyone who wants to come, and she expresses that to the group. So anyone who wants to come with her.
I would for sure.
I'll go. Yeah, that sounds fun.
I would like to go, but after that and that happened, I'm staying here. I'm gonna keep watch of our hotel rooms, and I'm gonna read a play apparently on that.
Cool. She comes back out with a small bound journal, and she says, "This is one of my older ones, but it's still something." The title says "The Sequestering."
All right, I guess the first step is learn how to read.
Okay.
That should take you at least one night. Like,
Yeah.
Who's going to the alley
I
then?
think the rest of us will do it.
Okay, the rest of you are going to the alley. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Me? Yes.
Is that canon? Is the video not? Can you read?
No, that was mostly a joke.
Mostly.
That is a 16 plus. Yeah, it's 16.
Okay. Wonderful. 4 of you. You head out back into the city. Probably takes you about 20-30 minutes to walk to the entrance to the covered alley. This is a large area of what would normally be empty space. Kind of like really weird to be like, who designed this city like that? There's just like a chunk missing. But it is filled with a bunch of traveling caravans. Like you see performers practicing. It's basically like this large, think of like a food truck park, but with a bunch of traveling performers, all out in the town. A few notable caravan names you see. There's stuff like Fruit from the Tree, Guinevere and the Guinevettes, Utone's Tonic for the Soul, and Sanderson's Wagon of Dipshits are the kind of big ones out. And then in the center of the area, there is a large like tent popped up that has a few different entrances. Each of them says has a little sign hung that says the Honeydew Traveling Meadery.
That's a great name.
And yeah, so you kind of have this large, like, it almost feels like a constant festival energy just kind of sitting around all of you. What do you do?
Anything draw on anybody's
Yeah, what's
eyes?
the plan?
Dionysus really just wants to wander through and just get a good look at everything that's going on. It's you know, the nice thing about like this situation versus like the theater is you get to see the performers really up close and like kind of just it's like the whole thing about like the festival, you know, from Zeta.
Zaspros. The whole Spring Fling area. Okay, cool. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you wander. You can do this with advantage, as everybody I believe is wandering with you.
I don't need to re-roll. Natural 20.
Wow. Describe
That's
everything
two.
on that left.
So that's going to be a 27 in total.
27. Anything specific you're looking for? With a natural 20, tell me if you were looking for anything specific, and I will give you even more detail.
It's
Let's
looking
say
for
the
Sam's
play.
character.
It's not even my character, it's just me standing in the crowd. Sam just standing in the middle of all the performers like, this is cool, where am I? Dionysus is really just trying to experience it. She doesn't want to look for anything particular. She wants to allow herself to be very much open to whatever comes her way. Whatever draws her attention.
Awesome. So there is a lot of music going on around you, almost to a point of sensory overload, because it's all different songs playing. But you get to this one part in the city where you just kind of like close your eyes, and somehow, if by like the weaving of fate or anything, all of these different melodies around you like line up in this perfect, unexplainable song of many songs and of many voices performing all around you, and you just get to breathe all of that in, and you begin to be pulled towards different caravans. I'm going to spend a lot of time in this, but you talk to a couple people, and as you're getting pulled towards one of the last few, something really catches your eye. Somebody's been watching you. Somebody who does not look like a performer. somebody who looks quite different. Sam, would you go ahead and describe your character for us?
All right, he is about 6 feet, 210, wide shoulders, pretty stocky build. There's not a single hair on his head, and he's got a good amount of kind of brown stubble going. He's dressed in it's a nice outfit. The one thing about it is the shoes look more like they're made for running instead of what like normal dress shoes you would see with it. It's not super high class. The best way I could describe it was about business casual.
Wonderful. And what race are you? You human?
Human.
Human. Okay. You look over at this guy, Johnny. You have been watching these group of people for the past hour as they are wandering through, and immediately you kind of lock into the rumor that's been going on for about the past 2 hours of some new people asking some less than formally worded questions around town. You've heard
What do you think
just
it was?
in a couple of your circles, the ones that you've been keeping a tight ear on, about a group of people new to the city. Not a whole lot of specific information about them, but you know that these are these new people, and you recognize a few of them. You recognize men who knew as Thomas, Morton, and Dionys. What do you do as you make eye contact with Dionys?
I think I'm gonna. It's crowded, right?
There's
really
people
crowded.
moving.
I think I'm gonna hold back a little bit till we get to somewhere with a bit less people in it.
Okay. Are you signaling in any way, or are you just making the eye contact?
Just making the eye contact.
All right. Dionys, you make eye contact with this person. They seem to hold it as if intentionally looking at you, not trying to pull away from like the social prospect of like, oh, I shouldn't be staring. They seem to just hold it with you for a moment.
Dionys is going to turn it into a staring contest. Where she's like, she knows that you're making eye contact with her, so she's going to make eye contact with you. Do we want to either do like opposing constitution, or do we want
Are you going to see? Are you trying to see if they look away first, or are you trying to see if they blink? Are you going on blink, or are you going on
blink?
Okay.
Real stare.
Do we want to do a real stare off, or
You make a constitution saving throw with advantage. You make a constitution saving throw. Because Dionys is more aware of what she is trying to do.
He doesn't know there's actually a staring.
Solid 13.
Yeah, not even. I got a 7.
You feel yourself blink before he comes even close to it. He doesn't even seem like he's struggling to keep his eyes open.
Not a dry eye.
It's like the second she decided that she was going to do a staring contest, she was like, "Oh my god, I've never needed to blink so badly in my whole life."
It takes about 30 to 45 seconds before you blink. You three
Are you good?
have fully noticed that Dionys has gone from like absorbing everything as you all were kind of in there too to just like.
Logan will kind of like stand next to Dionys and then kind of.
He stands out, so you
Yeah.
immediately know who he's looking at. She's looking at.
Can we help you, man?
How far away?
Yeah.
How far away?
You're about 30 feet away. 30 to 40 feet away.
How far is that? Is that like?
That's like.
It's long.
As
Bigger than
soon
this
as
room.
she blinks, Dionys is going to go. And she's going to walk up to you and say, "Excellent work. You are a worthy adversary."
What the fuck is happening?
Who is that? Who is this?
Is that Percival?
My name is
We're gonna
Dionys.
bake the shit out
And she's going to reach her hand out to shake your hand.
I reciprocate. The name's Johnny. Now, y'all want to go talk somewhere maybe a little bit more quiet?
Yes, thank you. She's going to turn back and gesture to you all to follow.
Who is that?
We don't know.
This seems right. But like VIP room, I think maybe the word of our little show earlier got around.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
He recognizes us from outside the city on the street.
17.
17. All right. You kind of duck through a few alleys. You're able to follow him, but you feel mostly secluded down at a point. You can still hear the muted sounds of singing and brass and string instruments, but you feel decently pulled away from any prying eyes.
Well. Thomas Archibald the 16th, Dionys, and the one and only Morton Crest.
At your service.
The winners of the annual Spring Fling. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
What can I say? Nice to meet you. Surely, Morton. Anything I can say?
Can I ask, seems like we disappeared from prying ears pretty quick. Is there something, do we have business together?
I understand your gang's been looking for a person by the name of Percival Polybus. Is that true?
It depends on who is asking.
I'm asking. Johnny Nochi. Nice to meet you.
You should have played. That was awesome.
My name is Logan.
Oh, nice. I didn't see you at the Spring Fling.
He looks about like a 15-year-old kid in oversized robes.
Little surprise.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. The clothes were previously tailor-made for him.
The opposite of baby shoes never worn.
Maybe shoes weren't too much.
Adult shoes. And I gave you the descriptions of the three that you have met, right? Yes, awesome.
Yeah.
Are you an associate of Mr. Polybus?
Let's just say former associate.
You trying to ice him? Cake-wise?
So what does he do exactly? Because everyone is either scared of him or annoyed with him or want him dead, it seems like. What does he do? What did he do?
Well, you see, you're new in town. You wouldn't know. Percival's kind of the big cheese, big cake, sticking to your analogy. Let's just say he's got his hands in a lot of different pies around town, and it's best if you don't cross him too far.
It is best not to put hands in pies.
That too. Y'all are looking for him. You said, quite candidly, you wanted to...
I was referring to cake.
You're referring to cake?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Been in the business too long.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Can I get a read on him?
Sure. Make an insight check. Would you like to make a persuasion or deception check? Your choice.
I'm gonna make a deception check.
You still didn't have to tell us, but thanks.
Yes, this is the one I'm actually proficient in.
Fuck. I got a 13.
I got a nasty, filthy, dirty 20.
Nice.
Ooh. It's gross.
All right.
I smell it from here.
So you said you're attempting deception.
Mm-hmm.
What are you How are you attempting to deceive? Like, what are you trying to put out?
I'm just trying to keep, I don't know these guys. I'm trying to keep them from getting just like a more in-depth read about who I am at this point.
Okay. You're attempting to do that. You can tell that he's not letting on as much. There's a little bit of when he says the name Percival Polybus. Just a little bit of spite behind the tongue.
Okay.
Why former associate?
I had business dealings. Percival, he's a frugal man. And let's say, I like to get paid for my work.
Oh.
And an attempt on my life doesn't exactly sit well either.
We tried to kill you?
Yes.
This guy sucks.
Oh my god.
I will say that the more that I hear about him, the less I am interested in diplomacy.
Listen, I can tell you one thing. People who get on the wrong side of Percival either leave town or they die.
So why have you yet to leave town?
I got business. Like I said, Percival don't pay sometimes, and I need some money.
And I take it Percival is not the wiser about your true feelings?
Oh no, he's well aware. He just thinks I've skipped town so far. I'm pretty good at hiding.
Okay.
Really?
Hmm?
You were quite conspicuous earlier.
Well, all right. That's the fluke. All right. You're the one who lost the staring contest.
So, do you think you can get us closer to Percival, and if so, how fast?
Well, what do you want with him?
You're looking at me. You spilled the beans. I'm looking at Logan. Like,
From the
Euphemisms
sounds of
aside,
it,
we wish him dead.
oh, yeah,
All
right.
right. So it wasn't about cake. So you
Oh,
lied
yeah,
to me.
no, I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing. Honestly, I was afraid
It is all about
someone would get upset.
It is all about who should know. Someone who has clearly been wronged.
Yeah, we're here to kill him. That's why we came here to town.
It's
The
not-
show's cool.
It's
but
not
like
yeah,
we
it's,
want to
it's
like.
really not personal. It's actually
It's not
a
personal.
friend of ours who honestly has been meaner to us than nicer to us told us to do this, and so that's that. Yeah, wait a
What are we
minute.
getting
what?
from Dahlia again? What's the flask?
yeah, this thing.
The flask.
No, the
bag of
clasp.
drugs?
That helps me carry Buddy's thing.
Oh,
And
Oh,
she's
I
gonna
thought
pay
that was a
us.
flask.
To be quite honest, that doesn't really seem like a one-to-one
Yeah.
in my eyes. But I'm a team player.
I think this was a down payment. She's gonna like.
yeah, maybe she'll
Hey,
give us
hey.
another one of those. Yeah, we'll have two.
Okay.
Of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Hayden, was there a reason?
She said that she would pay you afterwards.
Okay.
She didn't disclose how much.
So we're actually hitmen?
But she said she
Yeah.
would pay you in money or information.
Whoa.
That's right.
that's
That's right.
right,
That's right.
Cool. Yeah.
Based on previous interactions with Talia, that's probably going to be a pretty decent investment.
Okay.
It's clear that she has some serious magical capacity at her what is
For
the
disposal.
disposal?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we are.
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
We're gonna dispose of Percival Polybus.
And in any ways, it's better to have her on our side than it is to have her not with
A
us.
17.
Word.
Something
Oh, hi.
faintly familiar about the name Talia.
Did we mention Talia?
He did. Thomas said the word Talia.
I was half in character, half not.
That was almost really good.
That was
Faintly familiar about the name Talia. You cannot place it, and it doesn't seem important. But it's just, you hear that, and there's like a faint sense of recognition of like, okay.
You know, we are not even in town for the pure purpose of killing him. We're just passing through. It was side quest.
Pit stop.
It's a town, Leah. I'm sorry.
In any case,
leave.
he is someone who clearly has a lot of enemies. I have no pity for the man.
Listen, neither do I. And, you know, I could leave him alive. I could leave him dead. But for now, it would appear as though our interests align. And I'm going to assume that you don't know how to get into his mansion or what the layout is.
We did not even know he had a mansion.
Yeah, we tried to ask around, and
That's
everyone
the
would be
problem.
like, "Oh, you suck, you fucking old piece of shit," and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"No."
I did hear that quite a bit.
They ran away
Bit of
from
an
us.
extreme reaction.
Yeah.
They literally screamed when they saw his face and they ran in the other direction. And they gave up performance opportunities so they wouldn't have to look at him any longer. It's really sad.
People say this town is friendly, but I guess not. Maybe I'm just getting old.
Someone tried to murder you here.
That's a good point. That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we are here to murder someone too.
So we are nearing nightfall, which is probably, if we're gonna do it, probably gonna be at nighttime.
Let's do
Are
it.
we
Prime
wanting
crime.
to do this tonight? Are we ready?
I think I'm ready.
Are you ready?
If you think you can.
I can go for a murder.
But wait,
I
there's
admit
one
I would
person.
like.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No.
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 It is rude of me to interrupt, please.
Of course. All right. There's one person we must not forget about. Smash cut to Vidya is reading the play and sobbing.
I was wondering
why
why
Brett
Brett
wasn't
wasn't saying anything.
Smash cut back to what Diana's saying.
Admittedly, I would like to see a show, perhaps before we potentially isolate ourselves by a vicious, bloody crime, but
Okay, you wanna go see a show? I'm down to go see a show.
I mean, I can see a show.
You wanna see a show with us?
I'm already here. Yeah.
Come, we will
Sure,
pay for your
sure.
ticket.
Oh, yeah, very kind.
Wait, who?
Oh,
who's gonna
let
pay
us
for the
get
ticket?
him a disguise.
I can
Yes,
like
yes.
minor illusion like.
That would require like constant upkeep.
Constant casting.
If you're just trying to disguise him, I will let you somebody make a deception check. They can use their charisma or their dexterity if they would like.
Okay.
Unless somebody is proficient in disguise kits.
Dionysus is going to use the cloak from the Spring Fling. Because she still has
The jersey
Martin's
cloak?
Yeah.
Okay, the one that says Dionysus on the back.
Yeah. And
Pretty
she's
good.
going to very like classic Fire Emblem style, like, yes, these are perfect disguises, and they're just wearing like a little hood.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
awesome. Make a just a stealth check actually.
Just a stealth check.
Just a stealth check.
It's a 6.
He's wearing a cloak. You feel good. You feel good. He looks hidden.
I barely even recognize you.
This is a nice cloak.
I have to admit,
What's it made out of?
this is good.
What does it mean?
I assume tools.
Thread, like probably like a
bunch of hammers.
cotton type.
We got it
blend.
from a tool guy.
It is a cotton blend, so it breathes wonderfully.
Oh my god. I mean, it looks great.
You got a pride in Logan?
Yeah. Well, I
I
would
problem
not.
with your buddy's cloak?
Yeah. I wouldn't wear that. I mean,
Whoa. Check this out.
That's,
well, it's
that's
if
pretty
if
upfront.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a cotton blend, I mean, it's made horribly. Then. I mean, I'm just being. I mean, anyone would tell you that.
Would they?
So what are you doing for the night?
We're gonna go see
We're
a
seeing a show.
Okay.
at Major Illusions.
Major Illusions is where you're going.
We definitely
Yeah.
want to go pick up Vidya.
I
Yes,
assume
yes.
as much. I
Yeah.
assume.
Thank
No,
you.
leave 'em all.
didn't want to be the guy.
Vidya,
Yeah.
Were you
they
tired
come
of
in.
being the player?
The minute
No.
when you walk back in to Performer's Rest, for a moment as Vidya, where are you reading?
Just in a booth. You know, I got like
Okay.
some tea to my side.
As you walk in, you know, nobody's up out front. You do see Vidya out there reading for a moment.
Y'all heard of this shit? Y'all heard of this? That's not how her voice sounds.
That was kind of it.
It's kind of adjacent. Y'all heard of this shit?
What is it?
It's a play.
Is that the play?
I've never seen a play before. But like, there's these characters and like,
The sequestering.
it's called that. I'm expecting a part 2. Hopefully, it doesn't take 3 years to come out. Damn.
Was it an ensemble cast? Would you say like there's maybe it's an omnibus of a kind of.
It's actually
multiple
just a very
characters?
long monologue.
This one is
Just a book.
it is a dwarven woman. You see,
Oh, yeah.
there's an eye patch with that design on it. Do you have knowledge of religious stuff? Do you think your character would have knowledge of religious stuff? Okay, cool.
I
Then you
mean,
don't-
I guess he's like technically a monk.
yeah,
like,
but wonderful. Then, okay,
Not that
you're
kind of
there.
monk.
After a moment,
I'm gonna turn the book back in and say,
as you walk up,
yeah.
and Willona comes out, she kind of like looks, makes eye contact with you. I told you not to bring any of his business here. What the fuck is he doing here?
We just met him. We
I
just
didn't
met
know.
this guy.
He was
Listen.
in the alley. We were gonna go
Listen,
see
I
a
don't use-
show.
Willona, right?
Yeah,
That's your name?
Willona.
Listen,
You don't even remember?
meet a lot of people. Me and Percival ain't friends no more. All right?
Make a persuasion check.
If I go, yeah. Is it the help action?
6.
If I minor illusion of letters. We aren't friends.
Really want to illusion?
Turn back in your keys.
All right, yeah, I can do that. And I'm not fucking around with you. You seem really scary. I'm sorry.
Will
I'm
you
sorry
turn
for
back
betraying
in
your
our
trust.
money?
We did not pay.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Let us at least.
It's a good business
My
model.
grandfather and
I
I,
did
we have some
pay.
stuff in our rooms.
Yes, get it the fuck out.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Okay.
she yanks back the plate.
That's only the second time this has happened to me and Logan.
All right.
So we're gonna get our things.
Yes.
And
Get
the
then
hell
we're
out
gonna
of there.
get the fuck out.
Yeah, she is
Looks
just kind of
like a-
sitting
Murder night?
on edge for the whole time.
I'll try to pull everybody to alley somewhere where we're a little bit out of the public eye. So I'm thinking, with the amount of conversations that have already been had, there might be an issue of time.
In what way?
I feel like it is very likely. The longer that we wait, the more likely word is to reach the man.
Fine, we will see the show after we
After.
murder him.
There was a roll. There was a roll.
We see the show. And then, under the cover of darkness. Actually,
Can I go ahead and have somebody make a stealth check for me with disadvantage?
Someone else, please do that.
You, right?
I have 0.
I can do
plus
it.
0. I can do it.
Oh, well, you do.
You're Mr. Stealth, though.
That's right. That's right.
That is true.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
With disadvantage, right?
With disadvantage.
That's
Uh-oh.
fucking
Uh-oh.
scuff.
Oh, the second one was an 18!
That's a really solid 10.
Alright, very well.
Okay.
Holy
God.
shit.
So you are in an alley, outside,
Busted roll.
with all your stuff. Buddy is with you now.
Okay, let's just go.
Um,
Let's just go. Let's just go do it.
Can I give him a flash of genius?
I'll allow it. That joke never fails to work. I do it,
It's so good.
I think, at every table I ever had.
I did not even hear
So,
I said, I'll allow it.
So- normally I would allow that. However, this is less of a skill check. I don't want to explain to you why I made him make
Yeah,
that roll.
Got it. Yeah.
But it is not like you are attempting to hide. That was just a general
Yeah,
roll with
like
a
a
modifier
passive.
added to it.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Normally I would allow
Situation.
that, but I'm really excited for what's gonna happen.
Well, no, because it was.
I totally
It wasn't
understand.
specifically
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
you were
No,
guys
it's-
were doing.
It's not like he's like, we're talking stealthily.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
He's not
wouldn't
like
have
being
even
a genius
been
about
able
it.
to. Monty wouldn't have been able to see what's happening.
We're all well from no stealth.
Oh,
man.
we are a very conspicuous group of people.
This
You
is
also
like
But
our
all
first-
wealth. It's fine.
Willona brings you your
Wow.
caravan, your wagon, and your horse, and just kind of throws the reins to you,
Alright, well.
and then walks
My
back
pleasure.
inside.
She said that she was gonna
She's gonna get a real bad Yelp review.
Oh, yeah.
contact with someone who could tailor clothes for me.
Listen, I get it, but like, there's no reason to be rude.
Yeah.
You
I
actually,
agree with that.
if you would like to know a little bit, you would recognize this establishment. You have come and collected
Yep.
security payments from this establishment.
Mm.
Listen, maybe the prices were a little much, but there's no reason to be that rude.
Let's just go.
Yes.
Alright, I see how it is. As soon as you find out I'm a debt collector, it's the cold shoulder. I get it.
We're cool as far as I'm concerned.
Where are you going?
Hey, I like you too, man.
Let us situate ourselves at another inn. Again, the wagon is conspicuous. Once we have at least gotten the wagon put away, we will all go to our rooms, leave separately, so we are not together. I feel like I am very good at this murdering thing.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job.
I've,
From experience, you've got it down pat.
thank you. Even then, here, Vidya, Logan, why not the two of you go in under your mother and adopted bastard child, guys, and we will go from there.
Thought that was real.
That way we will not be all seen at the same time. We can
Okay,
all split
yeah.
up. Could you tell us where the mansion is located?
Yeah, of course. It's what side of town did y'all come in through?
The north.
You came
North.
into the north, which you would know that area
Yeah.
as yes.
And we're on the south side, I believe, right?
The north side. It's where all the Richie Riches live.
Alright then, why do we not all scatter individually and meet there later in a few hours? That way we can at least be seen out and about, not related as a large group of very loud, magical, brightly dressed individuals.
We're meeting at the tavern
At the man.
or at the mansion.
You know, if you're looking, if there's two places that they could potentially stay. There is in Alwyn's ward. There's a little place called Hostin's Hold, but that is like a very expensive hotel. Could be conspicuous. There is also, as you know, the traveling meadery, which doesn't have rooms as much, but there's a chance it might have available beds.
If you want some place near the mansion, what was it called again?
Hostin's Hold.
Hostin's Hold. That's a bit pricey, and it's not exactly the most subtle option, but the meadery doesn't have rooms per se, it's more beds.
We only need these two to get a room
I
at
see
the
what
moment.
you're saying, yeah.
And besides, after we have finished our baking, we all perhaps have earned a nice night at a good hotel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The first one we'll take, and it makes sense. You know, we're pulling up with this carriage, alabaster. It looks kind of nice. So I think that'll be, yeah.
We can adjust the script. Hey, I'm your bodyguard. You're an envoy from what?
Yes.
Whatever town is.
And then you adopted them. It's like such a good.
We're going.
Okay.
Come on.
So you head to Hostin's Hold.
I give Dionysus her cloak back.
Okay. Wonderful.
Don't want to
The
see
rest
her.
of you just kind of stay out of sight. What's your
You go see a show.
what's your buffer before you show up there?
So,
Or
I
what is
think-
your plan?
I don't think we're meeting them there.
Oh,
I
they're
think
just
we're
securing a
scattering
room?
until we meet at the mansion.
At the
Yeah.
mansion.
we're gonna
Yeah.
meet in the North District, so I think we're all kind of going separate ways.
Easy enough. How long till you meet?
Let's say an hour and a half.
I like that.
You're able to. We don't need a fully role play unless
Perfect,
there's
yeah.
something specific.
All good.
You're able to
My face
get a room. It is a gold piece a night
Okay.
Yeah, that's
per room, and you are able to find a place, and it is 5 silver pieces a night to stash your cart and horse.
Okay.
So a gold and a half a night. Are you just getting one room?
We should probably do 2, because five is a lot. What do you think?
What do you mean?
5 is a lot of rooms. It's
Oh,
five,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
5
I thought, yeah. Just get 2.
2, and then we'll just.
Then 2.5 gold a night is what you are making
Okay.
right now.
How's this hotel for you level? Now I'm doing British. What the fuck? That's not what it was. How's your level of comfort here? That's not
You
the
do a
voice.
walk- you do a walk-
This is a very, very nice hotel.
Yeah.
There are 2 double beds in each room. It's got like a nice like red velvet interior, kind of all through all this stuff. Very, very nice. It's about a 5-6 floor building. It's a large building, and there is. You feel actually a bit more at home because there's a lot of very fancily dressed people here. People you would see coming through. And as you park, as you hand off the alabaster and the cart, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Not 1 to a 2.
Okay, cool.
It makes it a 2 to 2.
So you just hand that off and you go in.
So good.
And yeah, so there's a decent chunk of just nice areas to sit and drink and eat. The food smells really wonderful, and everybody here looks so fucking rich.
She
you're
was
able to
on.
secure
She
it.
was on that like guard mode the entire time.
Yes.
Just like.
I love being around the other, just the lay people. Like the people, like these are the average, the normal kind of people,
These kind of people are your average?
Yeah.
What does that make me?
All right. We should go find the rest of the group at that mansion, right? Oh, yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Doorman. Oh, yes, of course. Spritz. Oh, feels so great.
Can I get some cologne?
Oh my God! You don't ask for it. Oh my God! Oh, what? What? Let's go.
Okay.
For the cologne. What?
So, you all meet outside of the Polybius Manor. How far away from the manor are you meeting?
Probably a good deal, right?
Yeah, I'd say at least like
Cool.
whatever works.
So you make it.
Feet out, yeah.
You make it to the rendezvous point. All 6 of you.
And my
7
face
of
is
you.
painted.
There's 7 of you in this little rendezvous point.
How?
Buddy?
Buddy.
Oh. His
Okay.
face isn't
You're still for a
I was
ways
thinking
out.
about
You can't really see the manor or make out anything in particular right now.
So I had an idea. Me and the young fuck here would basically go in, masquerading as someone trying to do a diplomatic mission with this person. Anything goes wrong, I just intimidate the shit out of them.
That would kind of, I think, be losing our element of surprise that we
Okay.
have here.
Well, no, it would just be me and him.
Yes, but like if y'all are in the house and then things go wrong, I have a bad feeling that
Okay.
that would be very dangerous for you.
If we are all in the house, but they are out in the open and we are within the shadows, perhaps that would work better. This is not intended to be rude, Vidya, but you walk very, very loudly. It is. Do you all know those marching bands or those individuals where they have the big cymbals with each step and they have the drum behind them?
I think
and-
I was passed down on Fifth Street.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I get the point. Yeah, we understand what you're saying.
Vidya, you.
Again, my
Whenever-
chainmail is loud. I get
Yes.
disadvantage on stealth checks because of it.
Yes. So perhaps having someone approach from the front could be worthwhile, and admittedly, Logan does seem to be the sort of clientele that he would be involved with, does he not?
That's a good point. Going into, I mean, you know the place. What are we dealing with, guard-wise?
Well, Percival keeps a lot of guards around. After all, his home is where he keeps all his little pets, which is also something y'all should be aware of. I'm sure you've heard of the fact he likes animals.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing.
Yeah, well, there's 2 you need to be worried about, and then the entire second floor is just cages. There's a powder ape named Hugh, right? I got his name right. And they reanimated, what is it, Beholder?
Beholder.
And a reanimated beholder named Ivan, but it's like Eyevan.
Oh, that is right.
I thought you'd get a kick
That's-
out of that.
that's
yeah.
tasteful.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's not, yeah.
Percival viciously kills innocent people, but the man's got a sense of humor.
And that's what we have to, at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do one,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it is the end of the day.
You gotta, with that much blood, you gotta have a bit of levity.
Okay.
What would my lie be? You know, I go up and they say, "Why are you here?" Just to meet with Percival. They say you don't have an appointment with him.
No, so
That's
it'd
the
be
problem.
Like you're 15.
Maybe.
I could pretend like I'm like tipsy, drunk, and I just say, "I've looked up to you this whole time. You're a master businessman. I literally am just so sad. My family, they hate me. How can I be someone as good as you?"
He wouldn't know you.
I
is the
don't
problem.
think there's like any way that. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know the guy. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if there's any world where we get into the front doors
No.
like above board.
But I could maybe distract the guards at the front by approaching and maybe kind of causing a distraction, not in like a physical way, just maybe kind of doing that while so there's less guards to worry about because they're at the front. I could do that, not inside, but at the gate. What's that? Genius.
what
I'm ready.
if we hire a series of performers to enter through the front door and distract them with a show?
I know some of the people Percival invests in. If I remember properly, it's been a little while, but if I remember properly, they should be somewhere back down by the meadery.
Which means could use your idea, which was the idea of someone who looks up to him as a businessman. And he hires a troupe to perform as a show of gratitude and respect. That then gives us the opportunity to sneak in while they are distracted, without endangering us as individuals. And if it is a troupe that they are familiar with, hopefully they will not be injured in the process as well.
Would I know if Percival would be vain enough to just, like, if somebody invested in showed up to play him a show specifically, would he just let them in? Would I know that?
Make a
Collin, that's a
history
a
check.
fun choice.
A history or if there's history or insight.
Okay,
your choice.
Let's go. That is a 21.
Ooh.
Okay.
So good.
So here's what you know.
Shout out to Wisdom.
Percival,
Shout out to Wisdom.
Percival does a lot of investing. However, he goes to see shows. He's never had a personal show. He's never had somebody come in. And also, you know, a lot of the people he invests in, he more pays them to do a certain show for specific reasons. It's a lot less of him as a man of arts and more of like, I can use these people to do a certain thing and then they'll be indebted to me. And even if he were working with people down in the traveling caravans, the likelihood that you could convince one of them to do something like that is slim. And the likelihood that they would get past the front gate, even slimmer.
I love the idea, but the problem is Percival's a very suspicious man.
Similar idea, kind of branching off of your thing.
Could we not just pass it off as like the envoy telling him to go do the thing, just got killed in the thing that happened in Mosetta? In the ice storm? That's not...
What's happening?
Like,
Envoy.
what if like, odd thing happened? I'm sorry for cutting you off. But, what if odd thing happened, and, maybe we just say the letter got lost in the big-ass snowstorm.
What letter? What?
Like,
I'm
we're going to
confused.
send a letter saying, like, oh, hey, young Logan was going to come up, right? We're going to visit today.
Yes, like the secretary made a mistake and the appointment got lost.
My thing's dynamite. So I'm thinking like maybe a block out, but like really still close by the mansion. I set a long timer for all the dynamite that we have. I think 2 sticks. And then there's an explosion very nearby the mansion. Guards go running, right?
It is literally dynamite.
Ooh, that's good.
Why don't we do both?
Oh.
Okay.
Also, I can summon a gargoyle.
Okay, maybe we stick with 2.
Okay. So,
Love your energy, but
me and Logan go in. I act as his bodyguard. We say, letter got lost in the... This is not the voice.
I think if y'all,
You need to choose like a phrase. Like I have one.
It's on the
yeah.
bell.
Oh, yeah,
I see that something like this, you know. It works.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just get concerned about y'all standing in the middle of a bunch of guards when the assassination thing starts. Like, where do y'all go after that?
That's true.
would I know?
The dynamite works.
Would I know if Percival has? He's definitely got secret ways out of his mansion, but would I know any of those?
Roll 1 hell of an investigation check.
Oh no.
Nat 20 alert.
7.
I like how we decided to wait until we got to the mansion before we came up with an idea.
Yep.
You have, so you know his bedroom is on the 3rd floor.
Mhm.
You know sometimes he's gotten from the 3rd floor to the 1st floor fairly quickly. No idea how. And remember, there is that room in there that you have never been in.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just thinking, when was that show where they were like otters and they were on like a houseboat?
What?
Very vague.
Like you know what I'm talking? Was it PB&J?
I know what you're talking about, but it's like one screenshot I can remember.
And they had like that slide that went down from their bedroom into the little booth in their kitchen, and that's where they had breakfast.
Was that Zaboomafu?
No,
I
this was
love
like.
that show. So that's what I was thinking. I love that
I'm
show.
sorry.
So what do you do?
Go ahead.
Maybe the dynamite is probably the best idea because you would need me and Vidya helping you out with the assassination. Ideally.
Yeah, I just
because we wouldn't be able to get out of the guard situation in a good enough time, you know, or we wouldn't know when to get out.
Or if they
suspect
freak out and like try to detain you, like,
Yeah.
and then we're away from y'all when you're fighting guards.
Yeah.
Put the dynamite against the wall of the house.
Ooh,
That
get
would be a
blasted
very-
all the way in.
You do know, just because I don't think I specifically stated, there is a large like property gate
Yeah.
that is about 50 to 70 feet out. There's a gate, and then there's the courtyard, and then there's the manor.
Put a stick of dynamite in the gate and set it off. They're a hell of a lot more likely to come running than 100 feet down the street.
Would there be patrol people at the gate?
Oh, yes.
How would we get
100%.
there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it necessary then, perhaps, for us to do this at his house? Could we not lure him out into a different situation? If we were to isolate him from his guards and from his creatures, would he not be an easier target?
That's definitely true.
If you
And
wanna-
then it is perhaps less conspicuous. Today's episode is brought to you by the word conspicuous. If we were to then blow up his gate,
Yeah.
the trick to a good assassination
Mm-hmm.
is not leaving a lot of evidence or explosions.
Yeah, I just I'm on board with whatever I would like to try and do whatever we do tonight because I think he will be well aware of us soon
That's
if he's
the
not
problem.
aware already.
You're not getting him out of that house tonight. 100%. He
So-
only leaves the house for appointments or to see shows.
So there's no way for us to avoid fighting at least a few guards. Because even if we do the dynamite, not every single guard in the entire thing is going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
You
mean,
know,
some schmucks with swords I'm less concerned about than the other shit he's got in there.
Yeah, I can summon a gargoyle.
how many guards will he have? Do you know?
Would it be a lot? Right?
So usually he'd have about 6 to 7 guards on patrol in the courtyard. Is what the
Just in the
average
courtyard,
is.
but
Is
not-
the courtyard.
That's not counting the ones in the mansion.
He wouldn't keep a lot of guards in the mansion. He mainly has his pets to
That's
protect the
right.
mansion. But yeah, and so like you've got Hugh and Ivan who are fully subservient to him.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's a couple of other like probably people like his right hand that you never met, but you know he has somebody that that lives in the manor with him. You've never seen them.
Okay. So if we can lure at least a couple away, that should probably get. Then we can take a couple guards.
Yeah. Are we able to? I mean, because the fights that we have had in the past have lasted no longer than a minute, even the long ones, in technical sense.
Yeah.
So, if we can buy us even a few minutes' time with no guards, that should be enough to produce some sort
Agreed.
of result.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like what? Like
I
what do you mean? Like the
time in which things will end one way or the other will not be more than a couple minutes, I would think.
yeah.
There's a chance that the guards get back and everything is dead. Not us, but everything else in the room is dead.
The fights do take a couple minutes. Moving through the areas is gonna also take
That's
minutes.
true.
I just want a running gun. Pretty cool.
We could do if we do want to take care of some of the guards. I guess if we don't want to do explosions, I was thinking maybe Diana's could go full bird mode or something.
If you need to kill the
Oh,
one,
I am not able to do birds just yet.
When I fight,
I
I use
can do a spider.
if you need to kill the ones at the front, I can just.
Is it even necessary for us to kill the guards? Could we not simply scale the side of the building? Do you not have your rope trick?
Is it
I have the rope.
is it
could
a
do that.
stone wall or a wrought iron fence?
It is it's an iron fence
Okay.
that surrounds the property. With a big gate that's like
Yeah.
lavish and stuff, and then there is the manor, which is stone wood composite type thing.
So let us simply avoid as much contact as possible. The thing about these guards is once their employer has disappeared, so will their loyalty. If there was no one to pay them, then why would they stick around? Why would they pursue us?
Fear.
That's true.
You also know the guards. I believe I told you the guards that are employed that usually do his patrols are city guards, as well. Not personal guards.
Never mind.
Yep.
So
But
should
still.
we just run and gun it like Thomas says?
Well, maybe not run and gun. I guess maybe we don't need to, like. If we can just get into the mansion without having to deal with guards, that's all we need.
That's all we
and
need.
I've got,
We don't need to set
like
up
Diana
like a,
said, I can do the rope thing.
So let's
That's
just
a very
do
good
so we
idea.
don't need to like
Maybe we
set up a
should do
hitman
that.
assassination kind of.
If we were at the back of the mansion, is there then still a gate and then like guards patrolling that area?
You have to go see the mansion.
Okay,
Alright,
why don't we
let's
go
do
ahead
it.
and approach?
take a
Let's do it. Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
thought
do
we were
a
already there.
reconnaissance.
We're like a block
We're
off.
near.
No, you guys are out of sight of the mansion.
Oh.
You
I can
rendezvous.
send Gerald to scope it out.
That's a great idea.
Boom.
Is that the bird one?
Oh, that's my goose.
He has had a goose with him this whole
Yeah,
time.
I just
Never
go,
mentioned
Gerald. I take off my hat.
Left
Gerald's
and
just
he
sweating.
sweats.
Go. All right, go, Gerald. Go. You can do it.
Okay, so you'll sneak in a little bit closer. Are you wanting to like do the thing where you see through him and you control him?
Yeah,
Okay. So I need you to make a stealth check
of course.
with Goose's stats.
Okay.
And where
and
you
we had
make a
we
goose
had used owl stats
That's
for
fine.
goose.
To be fair, he's a black goose and it's night.
That is true.
Oh, I forgot he was a black goose.
What
I was afraid.
what specifically are you looking for? Are you going around to the back? Are you what are you trying to do right now?
I don't know, man. What do y'all want to know?
We just scope out the back if there's
A
like a
bird's
lot
eye
of guards
view.
back there.
Yeah, I
but
want a
also-
bird's eye view of the whole
Court.
thing.
Okay, so the
check for
goose is
guards.
flying up and kind of scoping out the area.
Did you say stealth?
Stealth.
Owls have good stealth. I rolled a 10.
Okay. Hold up.
Fuck, he's gonna kill
It's a goose though, so
Dude,
like.
your goose
And
is
there's like.
cooked.
what are they gonna
Hello!
do? Do you
I didn't
think
even
there's,
realize
like,
that until it was
turrets?
coming out of my mouth.
They're like, like shooting down any geese that fly
They have,
near.
they have geese like what?
Percival's gonna adopt Gerald and like him more than me.
Okay. So as you get in, you watch Thomas as he kind of he communes with the goose, and it starts to fly off as Thomas just kind of slumps. Remember, you cannot see or hear, but you do still have your sense of touch.
Cool.
Is he okay?
I was going to never mind.
Jaws on the nose.
As the goose begins to fly, and you get your first sight of the Polybius Manor. It's a 3-story manor. It's a large manor. In the courtyard, the first thing you notice, there's about double the guards that there normally are. About 15 guards in the courtyard.
Easy.
And 2 wielding large glaives in front of the main gate.
Do they look flammable?
As you kind of start to fly around, they're just human beings, so
Yes.
you do notice, perched on top of the manor, there is this, looks like a lion's body, but a more like kind of humanoid-like face, massive wings, and a spiked tail. A manticore is perched on top of the manor, just kind of looking around. And as you're beginning to do your scope outs, you notice that the manticore notices Gerald and begins to fly up and begins to make its way towards Gerald. What are you doing? Make a perception check for me as well with your stats.
With a fucking with my stats.
Yes, 'cause you're seeing it.
Cool. Got a 7.
All right. You're not really able to get a good look at the back before the Manticore notices you.
Mm-hmm. What if I tell the Manticore that this is a drone and I'm a vlogger?
What are you doing? Nobody else tell him anything. Just tell me what you're doing.
Uh.
As the Manticore is flying towards Gerald.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna have Gerald keep flying like Gerald's a regular goose.
Okay.
Like Gerald's just a fucking goose going around, just
make a deception.
Whatever
check.
direction. With my stats or goose?
With goose stats.
Come on, Gerald.
Don't get a
come
Because
on.
you are within the gates.
Heyo.
All right. Deception is charisma.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'll just roll a d20.
Nat 20, guaranteed.
Yes, it's
Wait,
guaranteed.
All right.
It's literally
It's the
guaranteed.
Clayton
You can
Chalman
just go ahead and
guarantee.
count it as a nat 20.
That's a 12 total.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did I hear that wrong?
So
okay.
as the Manticore begins to fly
Sure didn't
towards
feel like
Gerald, Gerald you just do a straight line flying.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets over the gate, and as soon as it's over the gate, the Manticore seems to just kind of watch it for a second. As it was flying towards the exit of the gate, just goes back to its perch.
Good stuff.
Good shit.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully.
I'll come back to the world and be like, okay, so a couple things. Number one, and then I'll the layout, but won't roll. I'll relay it. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of people. There's a big ass beast of many proportions. It's like a lion, but winged and human faced and.
Oh, the Manticore.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, you're the man.
Yeah.
Tickle, yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, it's Thomas, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, running gun's looking pretty.
Wait, so
Johnny.
there's
About 15 guards.
15. Do we need to kill this guy? Do we need to?
You would know this is his alerted state.
Yeah.
You've seen 15 guards before when he had a suspicion that somebody was coming.
Are there underground tunnels?
I'm not gonna say this is y'all's fault, but on the flip side, this is y'all's fault. Not to be rude, but it is.
How is it our fault?
A little too loud about killing him.
I would again like to add to Logan's question. I do think it was a good one. Is there a sewage system beneath the city?
Kind of. Nothing that you could. Nothing that you would know about at all how it works.
Yeah. But would I know if it's like sewage piping or if it's like the
You know that
stupid
there's
video game sewers?
a sewer of types. You've never been down there. I think the reasonable assumption is you probably don't do a lot of business in the sewers,
I hope not.
and this is not like something.
It does seem clear to me that unless we are willing to go through quite a few bodies, this might be more than we are prepared for. But if we approach from beneath, we can at least get the surprise in that round.
I'm down.
True, and maybe possibly the idea of luring could work for the Manticore. We could lure the Manticore out, defeat that, but then maybe anything else that he might send our way or something we could lure. Obviously we're not luring him out, but...
Did the Manticore show any initiative in following Gerald? Could you get him to come to us and we could defeat him before we approach?
Maybe. What's
Question? How heavy is a stick of dynamite?
Not heavy.
How much can Gerald carry?
I think Gerald can carry 5 pounds.
Gerald could carry 2 sticks of dynamite.
So
that might be...
let Gerald get eaten by the Manticore, blow that motherfucker up.
Gerald's a spirit. I can just conjure Gerald again. Hayden's googling how much damage is it if dynamite blow up inside a person body?
How much damage if Goose and us inside?
Bro, you're trying to get a 7-kill streak. Rolling thunder inbound.
What would you call that? A man goosen?
Oh yeah, baby.
So what are you doing?
Smarter than
So
I actually think that
the
sounds fucking awesome.
because we would have to do that if we were to do that tonight to kill the Manticore that way. He would immediately be on alert. We would have to charge in tonight because otherwise, if we wait until tomorrow, he's going to be doubled all of this, like the guards, right?
Yeah.
So once we have to do that whenever we're ready to. That's launching our assault.
So what we do, we set off one stick of dynamite down the street, or something like that. Have Gerald carry the other one. Let it get eaten by the Manticore. Let the Manticore blow up, blood and guts all over the front yard. And then we just go in from there.
I just want to say, as Alex, I want to do that shit so bad.
I really
so bad.
What do you
That's
think,
like
Monty?
the coolest thing on
What do you
earth.
think?
Yeah, you have reservations, I realize.
Why don't we?
I'm trying to think if there's any smart way to
Yeah,
do
literally,
this
yeah.
at all.
Monty, you are the one who would know the most about dynamite. Would that work?
Is there a check I should make?
You can go ahead and make it an Arcana check. I think that'll be the best for it.
Dynamite is my favorite magic.
To a total.
Could I help out?
Flash of genius, of course, as well. Which would mean it's going to be a total. Flash of genius is plus my intelligence, and so that's a total of 15.
Okay.
What?
Whoa.
Here's what I'll tell you.
Okay. Can I help?
You know a little bit. You don't know much about gunpowder. The reason he can make this is
Okay.
because he's worked with gunpowder. It'll explode. However, you know at your strength, you personally, Monty, could probably take 2 sticks of dynamite exploding in your face. It would hurt like hell, but you could take it. Do with that information what you will.
Okay, my man.
What about if it was inside him?
The fire would probably go out.
Is there any way
I
Gerald could...
don't know if the dynamite would make it down the Manticore's throat into his stomach. Is my.
Yeah, because if it was a fire, he would just put the fire out.
What if we forget the Manticore?
I think it's a strong start.
Forgetting Manticore, explain.
We have the bird drop the dynamite on the guards. So
Oh,
they're all clustered up, right?
Shit.
No, they
Oh,
are.
they're all spread out.
They are spread out. They're spread out across the courtyard. You didn't get real high enough to really be able to tell what their pattern looked like, but they are spread out.
Drop the dynamite front doorstep. Blow the door open.
That'd be pretty cool.
Are there some like monsters in there that like, if they get any chance of freedom, they're gonna fuck shit up?
Yeah, I would assume he has an area where it's the stuff that he hasn't trained yet.
There's a
Sure,
floor.
right,
All of the
yeah.
cages.
Yeah, I'm
right?
sure they're gonna want to
Before
leave
too.
if we dynamite that shit.
A lot of you wouldn't have
Mad
specifically
circus.
dealt with this, but you do know he has employees who their whole job is breaking his pets, and he does that first.
We're gonna have to be new.
So-
All right.
Just bribe these guys.
Let me.
Bribe them.
Just want to do something.
Perhaps I can take the opportunity to get a better look. I will attempt to infiltrate the building, and maybe create a little chaos in the process.
As what?
Okay.
As
Are you going spider? Are you? Okay.
Yes.
I love it when you go spider. It's so cool.
we could have Gerald
We need
fly
to
over.
be very close by. I will say,
Why is that? Just in case.
if something goes wrong
Or right.
as spider,
I can help
we
with
need
that.
to be very, very nearby.
I can also summon my steed as well.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I just want to like straight up do this.
Go ahead.
Be like, I can just turn you invisible.
I was gonna say I have the darkness ball, so it's just if you've got to like astral project, just sit in just a pool of magic darkness until you're done.
No, she can turn into a spider.
Turn into a spider.
That's what she said.
Okay, that may all right.
And we still I could still possibly transform into someone else, maybe someone that he knows, if that works. Also, I can turn into you.
The man he tried to kill.
Yeah,
And-
get
and
shot on sight.
This is completely unrelated, but once we kill Percival, I will need to get a vial of his blood for a spell that I want to do. I just need to drop that just so that everyone knows that.
Logan, blood magic, not until you are 21.
I'm 3 years away from that.
You
6, if
are
you're
6.
lucky.
I'm gonna get a vial of his blood, and if I'm not gonna get a vial of his blood, I'm gonna get a vial of one of the guards' blood. All right. So now that we know that is what's
So
gonna happen.
let's stay close by, Dionysus. I trust you. Just let's have a plan for like a signal you can give out if we need to start running.
Should I summon the gargoyle now?
If I am discovered, I will leap from the nearest window.
Sounds good.
Oh my god.
You don't have to do
Oh
that.
my Dionysus. Now I'm scared.
Oh,
and
as a
sad.
spider. As a spider. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, I was going to.
Oh.
I am not sure that a spider's body could
Yeah.
leap from a window hard enough to break the glass, but
Mm.
Yeah.
I see.
We will keep our ears peeled for breaking glass. Are you sure that you feel good about this?
no. But I also do not believe that there is an approach which will be universally strong. So I can at least try this.
Yep.
If it goes wrong, I will try to leave as quickly as possible. And I'm sure it will go wrong. Scarland Farms was an unfortunate reminder that druidcraft is not always as inconspicuous as sometimes I would like for it to be.
Could I
How
tag
close
along?
are you getting to the gate before you transform? And how close are you guys getting to the gate? Because it's gate about 50 feet in manner.
Should we?
Could Gerald drop me
Yeah. Yeah,
onto
you,
the
Gerald
mountain?
airdrop.
you ride Gerald. Maybe onto if you only go if you would just want to do the gate because it might be safer. But
You look so tired.
No, I'm just thinking.
you could that's
Gerald
that's
just needs
easy
to spider.
because Gerald's a black goose anyway. No one will notice the little spider jumping up like that. You know.
How much
Truly.
fall damage would I take as a spider?
So that's the question, right? Because an ant in
You
real
can attach
life
a web.
doesn't
Take any.
take any fall damage because they cannot reach terminal velocity before hitting the ground.
Right.
The ants are very tiny. Spiders
According
usually.
to all known laws of aviation.
Could you look up, can spiders reach terminal velocity?
Look it up. Yeah, look it up.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
maybe if we
well, we know that ants can't, so she could be an ant.
for like a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Can spiders die from falling? Pretty much any spider will shake up her ceiling.
I didn't know.
Because you could use
I know.
silk as like
A
almost
large
parachute.
spider.
That's true. Maybe you could
Can
hang down from
spiders
Gerald's
die from
foot.
fall damage? Thank
Make
you,
a web down
Cora.
from Gerald's foot.
Well, I think it's talking about Minecraft.
How big of a spider are you making? Are you making a really tiny spider?
I'm thinking like that.
Yeah, that won't take. That literally cannot take fall damage.
That's insane.
Dude,
Like,
this
That's
is
a
the
wild-
master plan.
let everyone know that's a creature that exists on planet Earth. Can fall from any height.
It could
will be
fucking
fine.
Felix Baumgartner.
And he doesn't
What?
even need a
Okay.
He's the
parachute.
guy that skied out from
So-
space.
Do we think that shit's gonna go down? Like, do you think that we will be fighting within an hour from this point? Because I can,
Most likely.
I don't know if I've mentioned it yet. I can
Most-
summon a gargoyle.
Wait, so is that on the time crunch? Can you just summon that like now or? Do you
It
need an
takes
hour?
10 minutes for me to cast, and it lasts for an hour.
Okay, yeah. Well, wait. Yeah, for a bit.
Give it perhaps 30 minutes.
30? Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So.
All right, in stealth bomber mode.
Gerald like puts on like a helmet,
And-
buckles
and
it like army.
And whenever you edit this, can you put
Yeah, that's like
Transformer
exactly what I was
transform into
thinking.
a spider.
Yes.
I paint Gerald's face like a shark.
How far are you out from the gate? How far are all of the rest
We,
of you
I
out?
don't know,
across the
man.
street.
Whatever's
Across the
Are you
street.
across the street from the front gate or from the back?
No, you all should not approach until I've at least infiltrated the building.
That's
Yes,
true.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Right
yes,
now,
yes.
where
Where
we're
we were.
talking.
Okay, so you're about 100 feet away.
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe 50 feet.
All right, Gerald,
Do you wanna move
50
closer?
feet would start to get into eyesight of the gate.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, maybe 100. Yeah.
100.
you can do
We'll
this,
move
Gerald.
closer.
No stealth check is required to remain at that distance. You get any closer, you're going to require stealth checks.
Got it.
Okay.
You could be like
Gerald has a spider on him and
Alright,
begins to
Gerald.
fly.
Put on your aviator goggles, Gerald.
You get to fly. You guys are to the right, so he's coming over to the right side of the main gate. The minute he comes into view, the Manticore's head locks onto Gerald again.
He'll take one.
You're not over the gate yet. Do you continue?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to drop Dionysus off.
You crest over the gate.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if
we're just
Gerald
gonna do
gets
the
got.
same thing.
Yep, you crest over the gate. The Manticore tail, it kind of perks up for a second as you get close. Then you cross over the gate. The Manticore's tail whips out, and a tail spike flies at Gerald.
But you're over the gate, right?
Does a 24 hit Gerald?
No, I don't think so.
He's so tiny.
Gerald's AC is 1 billion.
Yeah.
Gerald takes 5 points of piercing
He has
damage.
1 hit point, so Gerald.
So,
But that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, yeah.
Spider begins to fall.
Okay. Cool.
Make a
Dionysus
stealth
is
check.
going
He
to
just pops up.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
All right. I want Dionysus though. I am saying this right now to throw her many legs out like those skydivers. Like. Oh boy. What a fucking nightmare! I've been rolling like shit. That's going to be
What a thrill.
9.
Okay. Dionysus.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
Tail spike flies off the
Shit,
thing.
some of the cargo.
All of the guards immediately notice that the Manticore just acted aggressively. A few of them look up in time to see Gerald get pincered and then explode into dust. You see them notice. Immediately they all start grabbing weapons and they're super on edge.
Cool.
But they don't seem to notice you.
You're a spider. No one notices a spider.
I've never seen one before. To be fair,
He's rolling again,
To
though.
be fair, it's like looking up 300 feet in the air and going, "Is that a spider?"
Yeah, literally.
Right, exactly.
Also, like you.
The
you don't know if it's a spider.
Manticore,
Mm-hmm.
as you kind of crest down,
I can't feel my legs.
Yeah, it's funny we're gonna have a character death like with a guess. That's like
Yeah, I'm bad luck.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Awesome.
If Dionysus dies from this, I'm actually going to be a little upset.
You're about
Yeah, I feel
40
that.
feet up in the air.
Okay.
About on the same level with the Manticore. And it seems to look over you, look back, and begins to notice the speck falling from where it just killed the thing that immediately stopped existing. And it begins to fly down towards you,
Cool.
getting closer. Are you doing anything?
What am I gonna do?
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You have to be a spider.
We have established
Okay.
in this campaign that if Dionysus is inside something and stops being an animal, that she is magically shunted outside of it.
That is true.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah.
That is true.
So Dionysus is just going to go ahead and say, oh, time to just enjoy being a spider right now. This is a fun free fall.
Let it happen.
So you rolled a 9 for your stealth check.
This is Monty's
Yes.
fault.
Manticore made a perception check with disadvantage because you were so small.
Yes.
It got a 10,
Oh, it's tragic.
which is enough to notice you and enough to know what kind of that there's a spider falling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been trained a very specific way. I need you. You're about 40 feet up. I need you to roll percentile dice to see how low you get before the Manticore catches up with you.
All right.
Where's the Mission Impossible music?
And you
I know,
are
that's
on
what I was thinking, I was
the right side of the manor right now. You're about 30 feet out from the wall.
Mission Impossible Big Band.
That's going to be an 81.
81. You get down to about 10 feet off the ground.
That's good.
Before the Manticore flies by you and just immediately opens its mouth and you are immersed in darkness.
Okay.
Really happy to be on Really happy.
It is going to make its bite attack at you.
No.
It has indeed.
Have you ever tried eating a spider?
What is the spider's armor class?
I know
Um,
manticores.
Not great. It's 12.
12?
12, and my-
It just hits. It rolled a 7 plus 5,
Fuck me.
which is a 12.
It's followed the spider to catch
The fly. Wait, from the inside, Dionysus can maybe like kill the manticore, like maybe work its magic.
7 points of piercing damage.
Can't man it.
Okay.
And a spider has 18 hit points.
Spider, your size would have 1 hit point.
Yes.
So you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
And the manticore's jaw is thrust open as you fall the last 10 feet, hitting the ground. Every single guard on the right side, which is probably about 5 guards, sees this happen.
Okay.
Are we
Can-
hearing a commotion?
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you tumble and roll onto the ground. You have a second as crossbows are being loaded
Oh
and
my
beginning
God.
to be aimed at you, and people are starting to move up with swords.
Okay, so
Scream.
1. Can I roll to see if I can like tumble and like land on my feet?
Sure.
Okay.
Give me one hell of an acrobatics check.
Okay. I'm giving this one a real good roll because
You
it's been
got
fucking
this.
with
You
me
win
today.
these.
You
You win these.
got this.
This is gonna be easy.
You
It's
are
DC
winning.
20.
Oh, it's not that.
What?
No. It's going to be a 15.
You do not land on your feet. You are
Okay.
prone. As
Right then.
guards begin to call out, "Don't move!
Dionysus is going to pop up.
Don't move!" Swords, guys are closing in with swords and are pointing them at you.
And I assume we're running.
Nope, you are 100 feet away,
hear it.
unable to
All?
hear
We don't
this.
hear it.
Because Gerald's dead now.
If we don't hear them yelling, "Don't move" from 100 feet away.
Yeah,
If-
from 100 feet away, we can't see a manticore take flight and then stay on the ground.
It's dark. It's
Maybe
just-
100
to
feet
be
was
fair,
not exactly.
100 feet
You
away
were-
is not
You
a
guys
fight.
specifically wanted to remain out of sight of the manor. 100 feet may not be
until
exactly.
Dionysus was in.
But we wouldn't know when.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think.
True,
He sure
Thomas would
would.
have felt that. You can be approaching from the side
Okay.
gate.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have
hear
been like, Gerald's dead. We have to fucking
something.
move.
We know that a
Yes.
manticore
yes,
shot
yes.
Gerald.
Excuse me. Sorry, I
Yeah.
forget that you can see through Gerald.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You begin to. You are cresting in, just as all the guards are beginning to shout like this, and you see, as you first in, you see about 7 guards surrounding Dionysus. Dionysus, what are you doing?
Dionysus is going to say, "It is a miracle. The curse has been lifted."
Oh my God! Oh
she looks wildly from guard to guard, and
Yes.
she says, "I have been trapped within that manticore for years." Oh,
Wait, the
At
curse is that you were
last.
trapped in the manticore. Was the curse? I've been trapped in a manticore for years.
Make a deception check. Just letting you know.
High variance die?
Oh man!
I didn't even think about
Oh, wait.
it. So,
Genius.
here on Jest Quest, we have a new special thing now that we're in person. It is this, the high variance D20. This is a D20 that doesn't have any of the middle
yeah.
numbers. 15 to like 7 don't exist on the die. It has 3 natural 20s, 3 natural 1s, and everything in the like. Just kind of like that. We bust this out when somebody is doing something that is
Like this.
crazy. That is, you are either going to succeed massively or fail miserably. So, Dionysus, here is the high variance D20.
I am honored to be the first person to use it.
Make a deception check.
Player to player, Dennis, this is so amazing. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Hey, wait.
So
wait.
brilliant.
Can we use that dice tray? Because this one, like, the texture on it is like
I don't-
fucking with it.
No. It's not that.
You got this.
Okay.
You win
Okay.
these.
Oh man, I'm just
Yeah.
psyched. No matter what happens,
Yeah,
this is going to be
truly.
so fun.
I gotta roll
Curses.
alongside you just to, like,
So cool.
in solidarity.
It is, baby, a nat 1.
Let's go.
A natural 1.
It's how it is on this bitch of an earth.
I can't do this again.
You all
This is
come up
uncommon.
to the side
Yeah,
gate.
yeah.
Immediately as you say that, as you mention the word curse, you hear one of the guards in the back say, "It's a mage! Take her out!" And that is where we're going to end the session.
Fuck me! Are you? Oh.
Woo!
God.
Should have summoned a gargoyle. That's what I would have done.
Maybe the
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. We will be back next week. Sam will be joining us again to see what the fuck happens next. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Everyone, have a
Good
great night.
night.